Thank you so much for joining us today, and I'm so happy that we are here. Today it's Women's View, kama kawaida, and I'm here. I'm so happy that we are here and we are going to have a great conversation, you know. How are you? How have you been? I've been well myself, keeping safe. It's January. I hope to you is not in January, you know. I hope it's January. I'm enjoying the way the year is, you know, unfolding, and I feel it's good, you know. At least once in a while we take an year of January, January. Let us have it with happiness and gratefulness in our heart. So thank you so much for being here. Tune in. I'm your host Shiro Wangige, and today we are having a conversation, and it's one of the conversations that I feel I love and I'm so much concerned with, because you know, a good relationship, when it's made better, you know, it keeps the family running well and also keeps our society upright. So it's from our small houses, our relationships, that we come up with a good and best society. And today, talking about relationship challenges and how to solve them. So I feel it's a good conversation that we're supposed to touch and talk about. You know, lazima tuonge kila kitu today. So I'm so happy. I'm not alone. I'm joined by a very great friend of mine. Her name is Pearl Blessing, you know, just like the name. She's just fit and right for this conversation. And I love the way that she is a director of Star with she'll tell us better, Star with Pearl. And Star with Pearl is an organization that deals with motivation, you know. She looks so much into the society. Talk about youth, talk about women empowerment, talk about team building. She has, you know, it's the best thing that we could ask for. So before I let her introduce herself, kindly keep this conversation running. Our social media handle, we are GBS TV Africa. Our SMS line is 21144. Thank you so much. Tune in. Keep those comments coming. What do you want us to say? You know, it's relationship challenges. What are the challenges that you usually go through? Text them here so that we can deal with them, because we have a profession on board. So now, having said all that, allow me to introduce Pearl Blessing. Karibu sana.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here.
Yes.
Thank you for accepting our invite.
Yeah.
So when we are talking about Pearl Blessing, tell us, who is Pearl Blessing? And start with Pearl. What is that? We want to know you more.
Okay.
You know, yeah.
First of all, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Praise the Lord.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thank God for this morning. Thank you for the opportunity to be able to speak to the people.
Yeah.
It is a great honor and I really appreciate. My name is Pearl Blessing, and the reason that let me go to the name first that we get down there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Usually Pearl means Penina, so my original name is Penina.
Penina.
So it happened that one day I was working in a government institution, then happened to be visited by an Israelite. Then he used to come into our office to see our boss. Then I said, the Bible says, when you bless these people, you get a blessing. So this guy walked into the office and he was like, it was raining and it was drizzling and he was like, it was cold. So I asked him, can I give you coffee? And he said, yes. Black or white? He said, black. So I gave him. When he took the cup, he said, and what's your name? I said, my name is Penina. I said, oh, that's our name. It means Pearl.
Wow.
Something precious and of great value. So we bonded kind of. Then I told him, I pray for Israel more than I pray for my country. And he said, it seems you're a good person. Even when I'm talking to you, I feel goosebumps. When I go to my country, I'll bring you a gift.
Wow.
So he went, after some time, he went and came back. He brought me something small. He said, this is the wealth of my nation, I give it to you. And it's like, surely after that, every time I walked home, I was a civil servant. I would hear a voice saying, Pearl's Collection. And I would, what is Pearl's Collection? And this guy told me my name is Pearl. So I started singing, I called myself, then I started using the name now. I have a company and another Pearl.
Okay.
I have a shop I call Pearl's Collection. Then now the motivations talk now. I named it Star with Pearl because my message is meant to stir you up. You know, sometimes you sit in your comfort zone.
Star like not
star, it is to stir you up.
Kukoroga,
yes. And even look at the original Penina in the Bible. She stirred up Anna to go to her knees. I didn't even see it that day. I see it today, but I can now see it because my message is made now to cause you to see who you are and realize and come out of your comfort zone and go for your destiny. Because until you get your purpose, you'll never know who you are. And all everybody's an idea by God. But if you don't get someone to push you to where you're supposed to be, you may lose. And I think that's exactly what Anna needed. The Bible says the husband will tell her, I'm more than 10 sons to you. Why should you cry because of Penina? But God wanted her to cry that he may give you Samuel. And remember, the voice of God was nowhere because Eli had sinned, and the voice of God was not available in Israel. So he had to cry. Penina had to push her to go into her knees in crying that God will give her Samuel. And that's when the voice of God came back. So that's exactly what we do. Which is very nice, and I really love it. And now imagine that with I feel it's a good thing because you, later on you're going to tell us how you operate. So that people might know you better. What is this star with a pearl? And then imagine that with relationship challenges. You know, you know, I love so much the thing of relationship because I feel it's something that pushes, you know, pushes people. It's like a stepping stone to something good. And now we have very many relationships, you know, married people and also people who are not already in marriage. And there are those challenges. And that is why you're here as a counselor, as, you know, doing all that. When we talk about relationship challenges, what hits your mind? First of all, in everything that you do here on earth, relationship is very key. Relationship maybe in marriage, maybe in family, maybe everywhere. But when there's problem in a relationship, even you cannot manage what you do. Because when you come out of your house, when you are low, the Bible says it's like when you are bitter or you are angry. It's like you go off defiling people. You touch people, and if I meet you when you are hungry on the lift, and I touch you, it's like, and what is this? So it is like you go attacking other people. But when you have peace in your relationship, you go out and bring health, and you bring peace, and you also perform in what you do. So it is key that when you leave your house where you are coming from, it's good you come out in peace. So that is very key in life. So in anything that we do, we should start with the relationship. Now, let us go to the challenges that usually bring a problem in relationship. Let's go, for example, in marriage or a relationship people are courting. Communication is the key thing.
The main challenge.
The main challenge is communication.
Watu wamekataa kabisa.
Watu wamekataa kuongea. Now, you know what happens? Unapata, maybe you end a former relationship before you came to this one. And there was something that happened to you that, like, ikakupatia a cold feet. So if you are not able to overcome the past, you'll bring that past into your present. And the same will continue, and will never be stable in any relationship. So in a relationship, it's very important to let your past be past and live today. Live today.
I live my past. Let's say past was a bit sweet and bitter. Because now this brings me to this question. You know, past include ex wako. There are very many people ask me, should we have any relationship with our exes? Is that bringing that past to the present? Tuseme nimeoleka kama mimi, I'm a married person. I still have my ex on board. You know, the relationship we had ilikuwa poa, maybe company. You know, people are not equal. Tuseme company hapa iko na hapa iko. And then I feel there's something from my present which is missing, which I could get from my ex. Lakini tuko two friends. So is it okay to bring our ex to the present?
No. Well, the only thing I can talk about the past is if the past was bad, don't bring it to the present. So that you can be able to build something fresh on the present and let your past that was bad. Maybe kama kuna kitu kizuri unaweza borrow huko apply hapa. But I don't think I will encourage that you are in a relationship or a marriage and you're also talking to your ex. Jealousy hapa utaileta because it will be the next point utafanya ile unajua hiyo communication mtu akipata inaweza break down trust.
Okay.
Because hapa will go for communication, trust, jealousy and such things. How do they build up? Ndio nikose kukutrust. What have I seen? Just one text can destroy a relationship for the next 5 years.
My God.
Na maybe haiku mean anything. Unaweza pata maybe in your working place mko na very good relationship na mna joke sana kazini. But remember you're someone's wife.
Yeah.
And when it comes to a man and his wife, territory no goes on.
Wachana nayo.
Wewe kama ni kazi mnafanya muongee lugha ya kazi. Lakini when you come to start to find that ni kama mnafanyanga jokes kazini. Huyo mtu ataweka tu question mark na kanaweza destroy that wall. Yeah. Because the relationship is like you have built a wall around yourselves.
Yeah, sure.
So you should not allow anything to put a crack on this wall. Because to mend it, it may not be easy.
Oh my God.
Just one word, like I missed you. Now maybe it was a serious missing of a colleague in the office. But that thing can destroy a relationship. Na inakosesha trust. Na unapata to every time there's a case I'm handling because I do counseling for marriages. And these people, that guy I think he got me on a radio somewhere. Then the guy called me. They have been having a problem in their marriage about the guy they have been married for 12 years. Then it happened that in the last 1 year or two, the guy when he comes close to the wife, he just goes off.
Oh,
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yes.
It's
and
12 years marriage.
Yeah, and they stayed for 10 years. They were okay. So I was talking to him. Let me ask you, have you been raped as a man? No. Kuna mtu alikushtuanga mahali? Hakuna. So what is the problem? Alianza kushuku tu mke wake anatembea nje. Ana evidence. So I was asking, okay, unamshuku, but what is the evidence? What have you seen? My question is, okay, tumekaa mwaka mzima na kweli siwezi kumkaribia. Sasa niambie, what happens to her? She is anatembea na mtu. Nikamwambia for women
it's different.
It is different.
Yeah.
This woman just loves you. And you should work out how to bring this solution because you are just oppressing her. And she loves you because she can leave you for another man.
Yeah.
But she's still keeping you. Na mke akakubali na yeye tukaanza kuongea. And I was asking her, asema, huyu jamaa yeye hataki kuteka action. Kama ni counseling, kama ni nini, anakaa tu. Then he becomes very jealous. Ukienda kazini ikifika 5:30 uko wapi? Anaogopa, unaona? But anaogopa but he is not doing anything. Akili yake ndio alifeed akili yake kwamba mke anatembea nje. So hiyo ikaribu na imewasumbua sana. We are trying to see how we bring this thing to an end. But unapata bado hiyo kitu iko siwilingilia hapa mailingilia hapa.
But you know when you're talking about that, especially to new people, representing new people in marriage. Hiyo kitu inakuwa. Mtu anaweza ihandle aje where you suspecting new partner sana because it's a very big challenge.
It's a very big
and
one.
The moment I start suspecting that he might be going out with someone ama hata alinunua lunch, you know?
Hivyo tu.
That tuende lunch. To another lady, no. So hiyo inaanza destroy myself, especially as a woman. I start reducing on how I deal with him, you know. And it's a very big challenge.
Anakuambia unahitaji tu kupunguza tu kwa mawazo tu kadogo tu and you destroy everything. That's why I'm saying 3 things: communication, trust and fight jealousy. Nikwambia. Isaiah chapter 4 verse 1 inasema a time will come when 7 women will go for one man na wamwambie we have our food and our clothes. And I wonder whether women will just need food and clothes.
I'm also asking myself, just food and clothes.
So we just need your name. So as you have this man, I usually defend men so much.
Sasa wangu kuna wengine 6.
Wewe ukiweko wako 7, they are lining for him. So if they are lining for him, can you just preserve and protect this guy? I will send that. There's a research that was done by UNDP and Habitat, and they say that the people in the world is like the difference between men and women. There is 2 billion.
Okay.
Then the percentage was like around 20% or 2% are your relatives. 300 million are in prison. Others are mad
and
people.
I even think wanafaa kuachilia watu wako prison. They should not bring trouble kwa jamani. They should secure some marriages.
We went somewhere with another lady and she said, let me tell you, Pedina, we are praying for God to give people husbands. And they are here.
Yes.
When cutting grass.
Surely. Hata wawatoe waseme sasa tumewapeana. Wana line up. Ukikosea unarudi.
So what I'm saying is that we need kila kimefanya niende kwa hiyo story ni kwa sababu you may be too jealousy. Utaki hata kusikia amenunua lunch. Utaki kusikia amefanya nini. Lakini acha nikwambie na ukumbuke this is Kenya. As we talk now, I'm not encouraging polygamy.
Please.
I'm not encouraging. I'm just talking facts. That in our country,
bitter truth.
Yeah, the bitter truth. In our country, the government has allowed a man to marry 4 wives. That is by law.
Especially for Muslims.
Not Muslims. That is the country now.
Man, don't listen to this conversation.
No. I'm not encouraging. I'm just telling this woman.
I know.
I'm telling the woman now, if you have that one of yours,
just take care of.
Serve, protect, and jealously protect. Usikwe jealousy umpigie kelele. Protect him by what you do. Me, I sell men clothes. You expect in a nation like Tanzania or Congo, my customers will be women buying for their husbands.
Yeah.
But here in Kenya, my customers are men. Because we are in Kenya. A man comes to buy boxer for himself and he's married.
Which is also not a good thing.
No, I'm saying the woman should take care of her own office. That's her office. Why should he come asking for a boxer? Which means if my shop will be in Congo or will be in Tanzania, I'm not saying they are better than us, but I'm just saying, just do your research. My main customers will be men.
Anakuja anaingia kwa
unaingia tu unapata kashati kesho na weekend acha baya katwende out. Jamaa atakuja tu na shati imeanza kuraruka. He's paying school fees, he does everything. Na una demand. Let me tell you something. Nasema hiyo kitu nitashare leo. According to Proverbs 31. Okay, that woman, the way they express her is not a practical woman. Nobody has all those factors in that woman. It is like an ideology kind of. But
you pick on something that you can practice.
If you can practice all of them, it's okay. But it is not a true person because she carries a lot of factors that you can't find in one person. But let me tell you this particular verse which says that she provides food for her family. Do you know? Najua sitapendwa. Lakini unaweza kosa kunipenda. Let the man do investment. There are some things that a woman can do seriously. If this man will go and do shopping for the house, when will he buy a plot?
Never. And you also, a typical African society from Kitambo.
Yeah.
I remember women used to provide.
That is according to the Bible. Me, I want to read that verse because najua pale sitapendwa. Let me just be very practical. Yeah, another day, I have a shop.
Yeah.
So one of my employees is a lady. So she came in the morning na alikuwa amebeba food. So nabebanga chakula baada ya kununua. So nikaona ile food amebeba. So nikamuuliza. Let me ask you, this was supper, yes. Is this what your husband ate? Was there anything else extra? In fact, he likes it very much. He likes this kind of food.
Okay.
And I was like, what? Yeah, you have to be my student.
Oh my God. Mbona, why do I feel I want to ask ilikuwa chakula gani?
Yeah. Alikuwa amepika tu rice. Vile unaweza pika rice kama pilau lakini ya maragwe.
Okay.
Unaona? So nikamuuliza, hii chakula ulimpea tu hivyo ama kulikuwa something separate? Akasema, he likes it the way it is.
Just dry hivyo tu iko tu sawa.
The way it was, yeah. It was supper.
Hakuna
from today, let me tell you. Katika zile vitu tunafanya, tafuta chakula ya mzee ya supper. Make sure he eats well. Wasipatia mwanaume maragwe na rice jioni ya kalale. Yeah.
Eating well, you mean?
Semi rice chakula mbaya. Yeah, but just balance that food. Na upresent chakula yenye unakaa tu kama mama mwenye anafikiria. Na nikampeleka kwa this scripture now. Nikampeleka Proverbs chapter 31. I just picked a few verses because this woman is not a practical woman who can have all the qualities in Proverbs 31. But you just pick a few.
Yeah.
So according to me and according to this Bible, the way it is saying, this woman, kitu ya kwanza, the Bible says, the heart of a husband does trust in her, so that she has no need of spoil. Hii version yangu si sawa. She, yani kama inasemanga hata ogopa. She will do him good and not evil all the days of her life. Then anadress nyumba yake. Huyu mama ananunua nguo. Ni huyo mama ananunua nguo. She seeks wool and flax and worketh willingly with her hands. Like a merchant ship. Okay, acha tuachane na hiyo, tuende kwa chakula. She rises while it's still yet night and provides food for her family. Provision imaanishi nimeletewa, inamaanisha nimenunua. Okay. Nikapikia jamii yangu. Ninaenda kazi tu, nalipwa, isikue tu ni kununua nguo. I also need to provide for food. Yani ukienda jikoni upike, unapata wewe mwenyewe umetafuta kile unampikia wewe mwenyewe. Si lazima ukae hapo na hata hujanunua nyama na unauliza chakula. Utakula nini? Kunywa maji ndio hiyo. Let me tell you, as I've said, 7 are lining up. Na wengine wanatafuta hata wamuoshe mguu. Jamani. Invest in that. Na mimi niko hapa nauliza tutakula nini? Na utakaa chini na marafiki mkunywa soda huko ulipe bill, lakini unaona kama kununua tu kanyama kafishi upike specially for him, as if you are doing the wrong thing. And that's what I've said. If I was in Congo or Tanzania, my customers will be women. There's a way they know how to protect what God has given them. Lakini us here in Kenya tukana tendency kwamba alete mpaka kiberiti, kama kaja ajua kiberiti gasi haiwaki. Nini ama ni setup? Unajua lazima tukue. I think this is what we just need to start doing. Kuna information people don't have. And you think, mtu anakuambia pana, mimi sisifanya hivyo, sisifanywa hivyo. Tena kwambie. Mimi sipingangi chama za mama. But in that chama, just look at what are you carrying on? Because mimi nasemanga kwamba your heart, maandiko inasema guard your heart more than you guard. Because anything that comes from it is you. What you hear with your ears will defile you. What you see with your eyes will defile you. Or make you better. So wakati mtu anatusikiza hapa, anapata kitu cha kumsaidia, ama anasema anatupigia kelele. Ile content unampatia inamsaidia kujenga kwake ama itabomoa. So you need to check who is your acquaintance. Unashinda na nani na anakuambia nini. Association is very important. Hizo baridi tunaenda kuongelelea hapa, nyingi zimeletwa na mnashinda na nani. Haizi nifanyia hivyo. Hakuna hivyo. Alafu watu uchochana, you know. People, they just come up with their own issues. They are actually vitu wanatengeneza kwa akili. They bring it out, alafu wewe unabeba unapeleka kwako. Sasa unapata kuna information au wasichana wadogo wanaolewa sahi, hawana wanaingia kwa marriage. They just discover things for themselves. Wanaenda kwa Mr. Gogi, si unamjua? Mr. Gogi is available. He has all the information. And utaipata ile line umeingia. Utapewa content ya kile unahitaji. So it depends on kile utapata. So this woman ananunulia watoto wake nguo, anahakikisha hakuna mtoto amekosa baridi. Anatembea kwa barabara, mtu anasema sweta zake zimeharibika, baba yake hajanunua, na mtoto ni wako. Wewe ulienda labor watu kapushi mtoto, sisahau. So you are still pushing them. Yes, unajua akibeba sana na maybe unapata akona school fees, akona rent, akona mali anajenga, akona nini. Hapa naambiwa hakuna sweta, hakuna nini, mpaka zako hata zile ndogo kabisa unataka. Yani mpaka akikuja kwa hiyo nyumba anakuja kuambiwa hakuna mpaka hatamani tena. Hatamani kufika nyumbani. But you can prepare a way kwamba akitoka kazi anaimagine nitafika home sanga. Be the reason he asks for a sick off. Yes. Naumwa na kichwa. Naumwa na kichwa, alafu anakupigia nimepewa ruhusa, kumbe ameomba siko. Unapata tu simu hivi tu ka text tu, hata ujika na maanisha nini. Unapiga kelele and you destroy. Maybe he was about to tell you something hiyo kitu itapotelea kwa mind yake na hiyo investment hata itakuwa imeondoka.
There's a person who is asking me, kindly ask Pearl, sawa, before we go for this break, do women, wacha nimalize, wanataka, huwa kuna time inafika wanataka, and they go and say, because anasema, I'm having a bit of challenge to know and understand my wife. Is there a time where a woman comes and asks for
sex?
Yes.
Go to it. Go to it. No.
Anyway, before you...
hiyo kitu nataka kuongelea. Wacha kuogopanga kuitaja. Do you know you are a product of sex? Your father and mother don't have a present worship exercise. Say my amen. Mom, don't listen to this one. She will literally. So no, we need to be practical. That's why we can't talk to our people. He's asking whether wanawake wanafika mahali anataka na atajua aje hivyo sasa. But before you answer that, I want us to take a very short break. Okay. Tukikuja, bring the answer to this man. He needs to know whether kuna hiyo. Anyway, viewer, let us take a very short break. I'm really loving the show and how we are pointing out to these very basic challenges that we feel tunaweza do without, ama to overlook, but they are really key to our marriages and relationships. Thank you so much for tuning in. Kindly let us take a very short break, then we come back to jue answer to this man itakuwa aje. Stay tuned.
Everywhere, GBS.
Thank you and welcome back. We are here still with Pearl Blessing, and she's really blessing us with the show because she's open, and I really love the way she's pointing out at these small issues that we think they are not important. Before we had gone for that short break, there was a question that needed to be answered. Yes. And I want us to directly go and go back to the question, and also at least tuone ama tutasaidia huyu mtu, sindio? Yeah, so this man is asking whether is there a time, hata mimi naweza iuliza ni mufresie vizuri, anaweza akajua aje, unajua huyu mtu ama wanawake wanatakaga, I don't know. Aone juni kama amejaribu kutaima ameshindwa.
Sex is for two. And each one has a desire. And it is by God. It's just put in your... Let me tell you what happens. God is so faithful. When you are married, He gives you the grace to be sexually active. To be able to minister to your husband. If a woman is single and she needs to keep herself clean and wait for that time, God will give her that grace. Yeah. Now you are in marriage and you are a duty. When unaposema mimi ni mke wa mtu, unamaanisha umewekwa kama mke kwa sababu yake. Lakini si ukue tool for sex. You also have desire. Now it is right for you also. Let me take you to the Bible. Naonanga Ruth. Ruth alifunzwa na Naomi nini? Aliambiwa aenda gojembo wazi alale, akunywe pombe, na akienda kulala afungue pale hivi alale hapo chini ya nini. What was that? Ruth was tuning Boaz. Okay. But tunafuta kujifanya kama ni kazi ya mwanaume kukuambia ushafika kwa nyumba. It is your duty to have sex with him. Si lazima ile si anataka. Kama unataka unafaa kusema.
But it is very hard.
It is not hard.
For people, you know, women say it's very hard to express themselves because they always wait for a man to notice, which I don't know whether men will ever notice whether.
Okay, kama unangojea a notice na maybe yako na stress, si utaumia. Hata watu wanaanza kutoka nje. Unajua mwanaume yote nikwambie, for a man to be to come into action, he must be having a stable mind. Unaona? Anaweza kuwa kuna stress ya kazini. Sasa kwa hata wewe umempatia stress na bado unataka. Unaona? Yeye ataenda off. Create an environment. Hivi kama unajua kabisa hutaki kusema, create an environment, akifika tu anaona vile unakaa tu unataka.
Hivyo ndivyo the man anauliza ni aje anataka.
Lakini let me tell you, mama, it is good even to say. Unaandika kanoti unasema prepare for a marathon today, I'm ready for you. He will come ready.
Yeah.
Ama na yeye kama ametoka mahali mashambani atasema umefundishwa hiyo na nani? Sasa hiyo ndio kitu kingine. Hizi culture zetu. So we need to bring these things out and talk about them. Mtu ajue ni right yako. It is a right by God.
So they can have a good conversation.
Yeah. Muna build, ocha nikwambie, what happens, kile kinafanyanga watu waanze kusahau kama wanataka, kama vile tulikuwa tunasema, na intimacy inaenda chini, ni kwa sababu people are busy. Kuna mchungaji mmoja alifanya hivi. A couple was almost breaking. Na akawasikiza wote, vile wanapigiana makelele. Akauliza, what time do you come home, when time do you come home? Jamaa mmoja ni wa biashara. Fanya kazi kichwa inaenda off. Akifika ile kuchoka amechoka ataanza kulala kwa kiti. Mama na yeye ni bank anafanya kazi mpaka past time. Akikuja by the time hata yeye afike kwa nyumba hata kabisa kuna kitu kingine anaweza fikiria. So utapata msha separate on the same house. Do you know that pastor told them? Wewe ndio uchukue off na wewe funga biashara.
Bas.
Mzime simu na mwachie house girl pesa ya kutosha. Na wanataka kwa hoteli 1 week. Na mkuja tuongee. Alikutana nao wanaenda wanashikana mikono. Watu hawana time for each other.
Oh my God.
So those breaks are very important. Atachukua tu na unaji mambo ya kukaa na watu. Sasa watu wameoana tu juzi. Unapata mletewa kazi, mletewa na brother na mwingine mgonjwa na nani. Hamuja bond, hata hamujajuana. Na mujapata training ya kutosha, still discovering each other.
Hatuja discover
you need time together. Hata ukianza kuona hizo argument. Mjaribu kuzileta chini, then spend time together. Na mna push watu away. Ikiwezekana hata kama ni watoto wapelekwe tu mahali. Yeah, ama mwende mkae kwa hoteli mahali.
And then
you discover yourself. You have time to talk. That is heart to heart talk. It will bring you back to.
Na watu waache, when you're talking about kuongea, people naona wengine wanajifichiana, you know. There's a point where hataki kuwa open, unajua. Anakaa wewe tuseme kama ni a lady ako open, lakini the man kuna mahali ama even both, unaona. So kama yes, anaficha. So they are not open kabisa, aseme mimi it's like this and this and that is open, unaona.
Yes.
Kuna mahali atafika, then next time aseme ile time si kutaka kukua clear kabisa, you know. Then you're like, what are we dealing with? Yeah.
Nikwambie, the closest person to you is your husband.
Yeah, sure.
Than your mother, your sister, than anyone. Huyo ndiye ule mtu kabisa. Unajua, according to the Bible, you are more close to your husband than your child. Because the Bible calls him the flesh of my flesh. Umetolewa kwa ubavu wake kama ulipatikana the right one.
Yeah.
Lakini watoto ni seed yake umetoa. So you are one. You are supposed to be one. So your openness kwa sababu ya culture zetu, the environment, what is happening around us, unapata haijaingia. But marriage will be the best thing to do, the best ground to be.
Sure. Paul, as a person in marriage and also having friends around and also talking, seeing how things are going, there's this thing of people staying so, you know, not long as people think, you know. Watu wakifikisha 5 years wanasema tumekaa naye sana. I don't know when it's too much to stay with a person you love, but I think it's never enough. That's what I would say. But many people say, or rather there's this case of lacking or loss of affection, you know. I feel there's a difference between love and affection. Love will, kila mtu anapendana. Napenda mama yangu, napenda rafiki zangu,
upendo wa Mungu.
Yes. Si unaona? But ikifika kwa a couple ama people in marriage, or rather when they're in relationship, hakuna hiyo affection. But most of it inafanyika when people have stayed and started saying tumekaa naye sana. What happens? I think it should be getting better, you know, as the years zina add.
Unajua, unaweza pata watu wako na 50 years in marriage wanakaa kama walioana jana.
How do we maintain that?
Yes.
How do we go there?
Communication. Ukienda inakwambia communication breakdown is the beginning of problems. Na ingine ni hapo bedroom. Ukipata communication inakatika mpaka kwa pesa, inakatika hapa. Mtu anaficha yake, mtu ako na account yake ameficha. Let me ask you one question. Let's say today wewe uko na account umeficha na unapeanga mama yako pesa. Mama yako ako kwake, anajenga boma yake. Wewe una destroy yako. Who is a fool?
It's me.
Sababu wewe hapa ni kwako, unafaa ujenge kwako, ugrow kwako. But you are trying like unaficha vitu huku, unapea sister yako, unapea brother yako, na wanaenda wanazikunywa, wanaziharibu, na hapa unaachia mwanaume mzigo wote anabeba. Kwa
hivyo sio vizuri kukuwa na two accounts kwa kuficha ficha.
Acha nikwambie, I don't say have one account together peke yake. It's good to have an account together. Na si lazima
kila mtu anaweza kuwa na yake.
Kila watu wako na types maisha tofauti. Nimeona watu wako na joint account. Account ni moja tu ni joint. Let me ask you. Tuseme sasa umeingia prayers and you are praying and fasting for your husband. And you want to give an offering and tell God, I lay this as a sacrifice for my marriage. Will you tell him now I want to withdraw money to offer an offering for you?
No.
That's between you and God.
Yes.
So it's good to have your own kit. It's good to have what is for family. It's good to also to have something for yourself.
But let it
kuna vitu zingine utataka kufanya, si lazima ukue kama mtoto, unaona? Unajua kuna vile unaweza kujibind. Marriage ifai kukua kama slavery.
Sure.
It should be sweet. You should be able to make your own decisions and flow the way you want to flow. Lakini pia ni vizuri kukue mnapanga vitu. Sio ukapata uko na pesa mingi umetumia mahali tu, hata mzee hakujua kama ziko. Hata kama unajua ulikuwa na ka 50 kama mahali, vile ukatumia hakujua, na yeye anangangana na ka 40 kake hapa, akipangia huku, trust inaanza kushuka. Trust ikishuka, jealousy inaingia. Yeah, ndio nimesema three things: communication, na trust, na kuchungana na jealousy. Yes, na externals. Angalia watu wa nje wasikupatie information mingi sana.
Yes. Don't pick from them.
You should listen. I mean, kwambia masikio yasikie, lakini see what to contain and what not to. Yes.
But I also don't like the way people wanasema ati you're telling me about my partner. So what? It's me and him. Why are you unaniambia nini? Okay, I really don't love, because very many women don't know, or rather partners, atujui kuweka, kupima, kuchunga. Unaona?
What to tell people.
Yes,
to tell them.
Yeah. Also, I feel let's not spoil so much or talk too much to people. And is there a way people can improve in communication? Because there are very many people, because I feel the key challenge here is communication.
Nataka kurudisha nyuma kidogo. Kuna yule jamaa tulikuwa tunamjibu. Swali yake naona kama hatakuimaliza. It's like if the wife is not able to tell him when I open a communication, amwambie kutoka leo my dear, ukijisikia unataka wewe niambie tu. Yeah. Unajua unaweza kuwa hajaifikiria, anaweza sema
okay,
maybe kulingana na upbringing. Lakini ukishaiweka open sasa, tutakuwa mtu akijisikia anasema I'm here for you and you are here for me. So itakuwa open ground. Maybe upbringing yake imruhusu kusema, aliambiwa ndo kanyamazange. So you become a tool for sex. Yes.
You know in Kikuyu they say mwanamke ni kunyamazia.
Lakini hiyo ni ya Wakikuyu. Wachana nayo. Unyamazie kwa nini? Because unapata watu wanapata depression. Unakuwa na machungu, ndio mnasemanga watoto ni wa mama. Kwa sababu it's like always ni kama unyamazie na ubebe mizigo yote. No. But communication itaondoa hizo vitu zote. If you keep communicating, if you feel there's something to talk about, mwambie to please, can I talk to you? We need to discuss something. Then you create an environment to talk. Usiangoje sasa ile mtu anakaa kama kichwa inalipuka, ameenda job huko, amepigiwa kelele, kuna stress iko mahali, unakuja ukimuuliza, ama umekea chakula na unaanza kumwambia
na umesema tupike vizuri, atumwache akule kwanza. Si kukuja akiwa kwa gate unamwambia, na unajua mtoto alifukuzwa, unamfungulia gate ukimwambia sasa umekuja late hivyo, nilikuwa nataka ukuje mapema nikwambie mtoto alifukuzwa shule.
Yeah, mtoto ni wetu, si wangu. Ni wetu. Yeah.
So we need to also know timing of saying things.
Saying things.
When you're talking about food, there's a person mwenye alisema, nyinyi wasichana wa siku hizi mnaua wanaume wenu, alafu mnaanza kupigia kila mtu hii dunia yote. Makelele.
Unaua na nini?
Kukosa kupika vizuri. Naona kama kuna siku utakuja utuonyeshe recipe hapa. Unatuambia lunch unaweza pika hivi. Supper, na most men hawakuagi lunch by the way, sindio? So supper inafaa kuwa the best.
Sasa nayo, unajua nayo according to nutrition, kama utaki kuongeza weight ukae kama mimi, supper should be not. Kama akona mwili mdogo, supper akule sana. Kama akona mwili mkubwa, supper nakula kidogo. Lakini hata hiyo lunch yake mahali atakula. See, you can agree. atakula aje.
Unakuwa concerned. Before we finish, we come to the end of the show. I want you to talk about infidelity in marriages.
Yes.
Because it's something that has troubled very many people.
Yeah. Yeah, it has become a real issue. Ikakuwa ni kama normal life. Ikakuwa ni, I don't know the way we should put it, kwa sababu ile kuaminiana iko bado, lakini kuna watu wamefika mahali ni kama they don't know what they are doing. Lakini sana kuna some areas zenye wanawake wanafaa kuangalia. Sababu ndio mtu aanze kwenda nje. Kuna kitu tu amekosa
na hajasema.
But you also need to package yourself. Acha nikwambie. Mimi ulizanga watu. Huyo mtu alipewa wedding day. Anamuonanga ama namuonanga kwa picha?
Kama huwa tunaenda kwa picha tunajikumbusha. This was you and this was me.
Kwa mtu alikuwa anasema asubuhi. Tunachelewesha, mtu anacheleweshanga mzee wake ameshaingia kwa gari. Ngoja. Hii makeup amepaka makeup ya kutoka.
Si ya kukaa kwa nyumba.
Lakini haikuwa ya jioni mzee akuje kumuona. Unaona vile Waarabu na hao wengine wanakuanga.
Those people they
invest. Ukikutana nao jioni. Anajiscrub, anangojea mtu.
And the way they smell.
Lakini wewe sasa unatoka na makeup asubuhi.
Nikifika tu kwa nyumba hivi nishatoa.
Umengara na perfume. So unaenda huko na hiyo jasho. Ukurudi na hiyo jasho jioni, sasa makeup imeisha. Uweke ile unashangaa nywele ulitengenezea nani? Unaweka kile kiscarf kwa kichwa. Na t-shirt imeandikwa Jubilee. Kando tena
Pearl blessing.
Ndio wapatia
Star with pearl. Akigeuka tu hivi anaona star with pearl. Kimrefu hivi kingine hapo kibagi.
Can you just dress for him? Can you purposely dress for him? Ndio hata akikuangalia, akikaa hivi akikumbuka tu huyo mtu. Unajua huko nje anaona watu. Hivyo umetoka umengara, wengine wametoka wamengara hivi. Si ataona. So, unajua men, acha nikwambie kitu moja about men. Men see. They go by what they see. That's why you need to appear in a very different ways most of the time. Asizoee tu ile t-shirt ya tano tena na pasta with bag. You need to appear in a different way. Mchana ameona watu kama malaika mchana. Nao wakirudi kwa nyumba wanaweka tano tena pia.
Ghost zinaanza kutembea usiku.
So you prepare him akifika hata apate kitu cha kumpatia appetite. Sasa kitu ya kwanza atakutana na maswali. Wewe ulienda ukakaa hivyo unajua tu kuacha pesa hapa. Hiyo peke yake imemzima. Nakwambia hapo hakuna kazi. Hakuna. Sasa ataenda hivi apate mtu anamleta karibu sana. Nakwambia tu sorry I don't need to abuse Ben. But wako na tendency si kama nitakuwa offensive. Unaonanga vile kambwa. Sasa chukua mtu naipea chakula inahamia kwako. A man can be taken away by food. Kupikiwa vizuri, umempoteza.
Na tumeambiwa kuna 7 wako hapo nyuma.
Wanamngojea. So let us invest in them as women.
Hizi umeuliza nywele tunatengenezea nani? Inamaanisha tusifungafunge manini.
Sasa niulize on a serious note. Okay, me when I sell men who anaambianga mwanaume, si unuitia shati ukatishe mama. Because when he dresses, the first person to be affected by how he dresses is the wife.
Yeah.
The first person to be affected by how you dress. Sasa wewe umeenda huko umengana na umefika kwa nyumba, umefika mbele yake usha change, umepika uji na ukapika chai, unapika zingine ukuwa na leso. Na umeweka scarf kwa juu. Sasa yeye anakuja kuona nini seriously?
Tunaishi normal life, tunalea watoto.
Watoto ni baraka kutoka kwa Mungu. Marriage is number 1.
So if I imagine the way you looking like kanywele kakupoa, like this is how you sleep anyway. Anyway, Pal, that has been nice. Ninaona hata hizo mascarf waache. Nywele tu itaharibika hata tu.
Na unatengenezea nani? Inaharibikanga ifika kwa nyumba. Mbona nje iharibiki?
Wacha nilale nayo iharibike kesho watengeneze ingine. You know, like the way those movies inakuja and then unaona mtu amelala ako tu na kanywele kake amechana vizuri. Sijaiona movie mtu amelala na scarf.
Scarf ya kufanya nini? Hiyo nywele imetengenezewa nani?
Sleep beautiful.
Hata tuseme hata kama ni panties na unajua uina marriage. Unazibai na mpango tu. Si kitu inakaa tu black. Akiangalia shaga huko sasa. Ni ukuta ya studio ama ni mtu? You need more time.
Mama kama anashindwa ana confuse curtain ya.
Sio scarf ni ya black.
You just wake up one morning and then anakuza guy umevaa curtain ya dirisha. I thought that. Anyway guys, I really had fun. Pal, thank you so much for being here. Wow, that's very nice. I've learned, I've picked some things. I hope they'll also help me.
Apply.
And at least today, viewer, just apply one thing, just one thing. You don't have to pick everything and apply it today. You can just pick one and try to apply it. So Pal, before we leave, just say bye to our viewer, let them know.
Let me talk about style.
Yeah, and what do we say? Like we also need to know how to reach out to you, start with Pal, and know how at least we can communicate vizuri.
Okay. Okay, you can find what I do on YouTube as Star with Pal. Star is to star happy, S-T-I-R-R. S-T-I-N-R-R. Then with Pal. Yeah, you find me on YouTube. Yeah, what I have done.
Star with Pal.
Star with Pal. Then on Facebook, I'm Penny Pal. And then my number, my phone number, I can also give. You can reach me. I'm available for meetings for women. We can hold meetings in hotel. We can hold meetings in halls. And we can also hold meetings in institutions where people are available. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow. Sawa. So we are going to put her number on the screen, and then if you want to ask her anything, you want to know her more, you can call her. And you can also reach out to her social media handles the way she has put it. And I hope it has blessed you. Thank you so much, Pal, for being here and for that very great show. It's just nice. You know, thank you so much, viewer, for tuning in. We are coming to the end of this show, but just know, I really love the comments and also the area that you want us to touch. Thank you so much. Still keep this conversation running on social media handle. Tuko na tunaendelea na conversation. Our social media handle, we are GBS TV Africa, and our SMS line is 21144. Thank you so much for tuning in. I have been your host, Shiro Wangige. Until next time, stay safe and bye.
Bye.